move to the next topic within the chapter 1 introduction and talk about the overview of the ArchiMate language specification. So let's see what that means is we will elaborate this second part and also talking the rest of this chapter 1. So that is quite the detail, but I break down that into the three parts. Let's look at those one by one. So first of this ArchiMate language we are talking about an enterprise architecture perspective. It's typically developed because a key person or key people has some concerns that need to be addressed by the either business or IT system within an organization. So why is including business is I mentioned many times is enterprise architecture. The scope is enterprise. Is if you have got some saying is enterprise architecture is our IT function, that's wrong. It's our enterprise function. So it may not be only belong to IT. So that means is in the many years before when we have this IT infrastructure libraries. Starting to talk about the IT service management, then it's starting to expand this IT view with this business and IT alignment. So when we have that view, is you are starting to build this foundation of the enterprise architecture view. So this key person or such person are commonly referred to as the stakeholder of the enterprise architecture. So no matter is which areas you are coming from your enterprise to build this EA or in short of this enterprise architecture, you need to identify the stakeholder or always I say is the talking partner who has the accountabilities to raise the concern, and if we deliver the values for the enterprise architecture, who will take benefits from those value proposition. So those are the stakeholders. Stakeholders can be either internal stakeholder or external stakeholder, or sometimes those refer to the customer. In some the enterprise architecture methodologies, the stakeholder is primarily referred to the external customer because internal stakeholder sometimes is also I should say that is some bias is because the people may thought internal stakeholder is less important than the external stakeholder or customer. That's true is because external customer will is pay you money to generate your revenue, but you also need to treat equally importantly because your internal stakeholder also the enabling function that can serve enterprise to gain the revenue or the values proposition recognized by your external customer. So don't limit this stakeholder only in the external customer. And the role of the architect here is mentioned in this ArchiMate 3.2 on the overview is to address those concerns. Those concerns means the people is concerned the needs to be addressed by the business IT. So those organizational based concern by identifying and refining the motivation and the strategy expressed by stakeholders. So which means is your enterprise architecture design is coming from or triggered from the motivation and the strategy described by the stakeholder. Sometimes those are the not easy documented, but as the architect, you need to try your best to document those motivation and try to identify, grading and classify those motivation. ArchiMate is our way, the tool that because it's already extended to the motivation layer, to serve you is to gather the motivation with multiple the ready to go the notation. And after you have those collected, and you will use the ArchiMate, you can serve to develop an architecture, and then to create a view of the architecture, and then show how it address and balance stakeholders' concerns. So this is an end-to-end architecture design life cycle. Without the enterprise architecture, it is unlikely that all concerns and requirements are considered and addressed. So you can consider it still, you can do the blindly is just gather so-called requirements, try to build something. But ArchiMate, the differentiation is it provide you a holistic the methodology and framework, so that you use that can validate during your enterprise architecture transformation life cycle. Possible you need to follow step by step and try to see is whether I miss anything. So those is one we starting to have the understanding of the enterprise architecture. Then this ArchiMate is the enterprise architecture modular language, provide this uniform representation for diagramming that describe the enterprise architecture. So that is what I show here. Is this is the Archi I used quite a lot. But I should say is this is not the only tool. It's numbers or dozens of the tools in market that you may touch base with some of them. All of them, if they commit, they are comply with the ArchiMate language specification, you can expect they will provide you the so-called ArchiMate notation, and you can drag and drop those for your diagramming. So the ArchiMate diagramming means you drag those the element like I connect or link with those specified in the language this syntax, and then this relationship is built along with your during your diagramming. Then you remember last video is we can export to our open exchange format in XML based, and then we can read based on the 4 different sections. We can starting to see the element, relations, organization, and then these views. All of those are documented along with your diagramming the steps, and then this diagramming includes a concept for specify interrelated architecture, specify waypoint for selection, stakeholder, and language customization. I mentioned the waypoint not only one time, so but here is I can show you is one of these waypoints. So, for example, is I drag our solution application, then this application is serve, or I can say or realize. So I just use a valid serve. So application serve this one. So now is I have a business layer in the yellow part and application layer in the blue part. The color I will mention that also that is one the guidelines in ArchiMate, but you just now know is they are from the different layer. And the waypoint means is if you right click, you can see here waypoint on this Archi tool. They will have a multiple waypoint, so that is you can focus on the different the types of those the area. Some of the predefined is like the application usage, business process cooperation. So if I put those, you don't see the too much difference. But if I make it, let me see the application cooperation. So this is the application cooperation waypoint. So from here you can see some of the element notation are gray out. So because it's so simple, this example, I cannot show that, but this specified waypoint will help you to show to your stakeholders let's focus on the application layer. If I have other application architecture part is, you may say is this the waypoint means is less don't focus on some less important part on our talking topic now. but it not means that they are not exist anymore. So if I just see non-wave point, all of them are my artifacts. So those are the wave point and can be implemented by different vendor in the quite similar way. So and also, second is ArchiMate offer an integrated architecture approach that describe a visual different architecture domain and their underlying relation and dependency. So I already show you the business and the application layer. You can cross layer to build certain the diagramming. And also, it's a language framework provide a structured mechanism for architecture domain layer and aspects. So that is, you can see from here, this is the strategy layer, business layer, application, technology, and physical. Here is the motivation layer, some implementation and migration layer. So different tool may give you the slightly different way to group those, but the different layer, the boundary are same, and they may also follow quite similar this color scheme because that is coming from the ArchiMate. But ArchiMate is not so strict. They also publish some alternative color scheme if you really like the different color. And they have the two different ways that you can paint. But if you in your company's the yellow is already used by certain special meanings, your company within your corporate or enterprise, you need to change to some any other color. That is also very flexible. So like here is if just ad hoc changes, I can change a business layer to pink or orange or the purple. So whatever things, then I will starting to have those to make our the business layer diagramming. But if you really want to change those the templates, you can also check with either your tool vendor or like this Archie we have 8 open source. You can customize to your own if you really want to touch base on the source code. So that is also allow you. So within your company, you can free to use any color. But bear in mind is ArchiMate is intends to provide some standardized the view. So if your artifacts will be possible used across beyond your company and go to the industry. It's better is you align with your community or your institute or those the lines of the organizations is whether or not is make sense you change to color. So but this way is not only is the define of the domain layer and aspect also have a certain style, and is distinguished between the model and element and their notation to allow various stakeholder-oriented depictions of architecture information. So those are the detail we will mention that during this specification. Last but not least on the overview is that this is a language use service-oriented to distinguish and the relation of different layer. I already show you business layer, application layer, technology layer, and use realization relation or even serving assignment. Try to match that to certain real natural relationship in the talking language. Because if I say is I assign this person to this business process, when I abstract that, then this I abstract the person to our business actor, extract a specific the task to our business process, then I will carry on to use this business actor is assigned to our business process. So those are the ways you can treat this as our language try to do the abstraction. I also have some the other documents that define is what are the personality or characteristics of our enterprise architect. abstracting skill will be one of these key skill for our enterprise architect. So you need to see some real the situation in your company, corporate enterprise, but how well you can abstract and how abstract level you can do for your situation. That's depending on your the skill of your enterprise architecture practice. But you can rely on ArchiMate as our language that can facilitate during your abstracting this journey. So I will mention the abstracting during this language structure, the chapter 3 as well in more detail. So we started, we finished today's overview. You can read on here. On this chapter 1, there's also some conforming and the terminology. So I also suggest is you check this terminology, even it's just some simple wording, but what is can, what is may, what is the shall, what is should. That also the language some basic aligned these rules or stylings that you need to try to familiar. Then this from next video we will move to chapter 2, talking about the language definition. So see you in the next video. Bye for now.